Welcome to Secrets of the Job Hunt. This is the podcast edition. I'm your host, Chris Russell. This is the Job Search Roundup, show number 20. Today is November 5th. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Before we start, I wanted to say I'm looking for a few good job seekers out there who may have recently conducted a successful job search. So if you've recently found a new job, I'd like to interview you on how you did so and what the process was like. The interview can take place over the phone, and I will publish it later as a podcast. I'm looking to get some real stories straight from the job seeker's perspective. So if you're interested, send an email to info@secretsofthejobhunt.com. Put job seeker stories in the subject line, and I will contact you. All right, now let's get to the job search news from the past few weeks. I've been away for a while at a few conferences and other places. Some new job search sites have launched since my last roundup. First up is linkup.com. They aim to aggregate or scrape only employers' jobs from their own company career sites. So they index the content like a search engine, and when you click on a job, it will appear inside of a frame on your browser, so you can easily link back to LinkUp. Bringing together only employer jobs is not new. DirectEmployers.com already does this, and sites like Indeed have also allowed employers to add their jobs to their listings. LinkUp aims to index only employers' jobs and no spam. The interface is pretty slick. It works very well. I'm not sure the site offers anything substantially different than other boards that I mentioned. Their biggest challenge may be the name, since it's very similar to LinkedIn.com. And at the conference I was at, ERE in DC a few weeks ago, it's where they launched the site, and a number of people were confusing them with LinkedIn. So that could be a challenge for them. But the site overall is a nice looking site, and it was launched by a company that runs jobdig.com. They're based in Minnesota. Okay, next up is zappoint.com, ZAPOINT. This is a digital resume profile tool that is free for job seekers. They have a special way of displaying your career achievements inside something called a life chart, which they show in a chart-like interface. It kind of charts your progress over time. And they're giving away $1,000 to anyone who gets a job through them. It's not a job board, rather it's a place to be found by creating an online profile. Let's move on to hireyourfriend.com. I just found out about them. It's a new referral service that claims to give you $5,000 if you refer a friend and they get hired. According to their homepage, which looks like a bulletin board, complete with push pins. If you know a superstar, we want to meet them, and if we hire them, you're the one who gets to cash the check. You can check them out at hireyourfriend.com. Over on LinkedIn, as I mentioned before, you can now add a photo to your online profile. A LinkedIn profile is now becoming more of a digital resume when you really think about it. You can even save your profile as a PDF file. I can see a day when people start submitting a link to their profile rather than an actual resume in a Word document. So keep that in mind. In Jobcast news, I wanted to mention that Jobs and Pods, the web's first ever audio job board, has added several new companies to their list who are now podcasting their jobs. Buffets Incorporated, which operates a number of restaurants nationwide, including Old Town Buffet, Old Country Buffet, etc., has 3 new podcasts which you can listen to or download. They have a variety of openings in their restaurants as well as jobs at their corporate headquarters in Eagan, Minnesota. So you can take a listen to them and hear what they're like to work for. AT&T has another podcast related to call center jobs in Birmingham, Alabama, and a number of other states in the South and West. T-Mobile has a podcast where they talk about engineers and field technicians they're looking to hire. And coming in the next few months, I'm excited to announce that we'll be publishing a number of new jobcasts with companies like Intel Corporation and Priceline.com. So stay tuned to those. Job seekers can listen to these podcasts at jobsandpods.com, or you can download the MP3 file, and you can even put them on your iPod. Just look for the iTunes subscribe link on the website. There's a little icon there for adding these to your iPod. And again, you can also get them on iTunes itself. Just do a search for jobs or jobs and pods on the keyword search there. Okay, are you happy at work? Well, according to the latest Spherion survey, most of you are not, and employers are not getting it either. Workers say employers not adapting to their evolving needs and priorities is the title of the survey. It says, despite a historically low unemployment rate and the beginning effects of a labor shortage, a recent survey shows that in many workers' cases, their employers are not taking the necessary steps to retain them. In addition, less than half of the U.S. workforce, 43%, say they are satisfied with their current jobs. according to the comprehensive study released by Spherion Corporation, the recruiting firm. Our study indicates some very troubling trends in the employee-employer relationship, says Roy Kraus, their CEO. The workforce is largely dissatisfied with their employer efforts on the factors they feel are most important to them and will keep them in their current job. So there you go. Okay, here's 5 things your mama didn't tell you about the job hunt. The job hunt can be a both exciting and terrifying process, in my opinion. It reminds me of a lot of the old saying from ABC's Wide World of Sports program, the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. There's no better feeling than getting a new job, and there's no worse feeling than losing one. So I came across a new career blog written by a guy named Scott Williamson. It's careerwaymark.com. And he posted a mantra on there, which I thought was a really honest picture of the job hunt. So I wanted to read that to you. The first thing is, number 1, your employer will terminate you the day it becomes in their best interest to do so. Number 2, those that can do, those that can't end up working in HR. Little jab at HR there. Number 3, your company's HR department is not your friend. Number 4, if you always do what you've always done, you will always get what you've always got. And number 5, life is short, so work smart, not hard. So there you go. Check it out at careerwaymark.com. And Scott's writing about all kinds of things related to careers and job hunting, so give him a chance. Okay, lastly, are you keyword optimizing your resume? Well, if you're applying for a job without knowing somebody at the company, first often feels like a quixotic mission, according to this article I found. You throw your resume into the faceless pile on the website Grindr, and hope a human being somewhere along the way recognizes your obvious talents and relevant life and work experience. Good luck with that. He's talking about the resume black hole here when you submit your stuff online. So here's how to put keyword optimization to work getting your resume discovered. Use preferable terms, says career coach Penny Cohen. Recruiters and HR people are bound to search on the most obvious or common terms when seeking out candidates to forward to a hiring manager. So how do you figure out what terms people might be looking for? She mentions a page updated weekly by the job site theladders.com, which lists the 100 top recruiter search words. Using these instead of the more creative phrasing will help those recruiters find you. So go to that site, theladders.com, look for the 100 top recruiter search word listings, and use those inside of your resume. Also, include a keyword summary at the beginning of a resume, even if you've used keywords throughout, for 3 reasons. 1, it lets you offer variations on the keyword that might not fit elsewhere in the file. The more keywords you have, the greater the keyword density, which can help your ranking. And lastly, you're more likely to cover alternative keywords that might be used by the searcher. They advise separating keywords with commas or periods. Integrating the keywords in a qualification summary, says Pat Kendall of Advanced Resume Concepts. Says that search engines for job sites are becoming sophisticated enough to read keywords in context, and therefore they can figure out if your keywords are legitimate based on the text that surrounds them. Therefore, just providing a laundry list of keywords won't necessarily be as effective as a summary statement that provides the human element inside of there. So there you go. That will do for this edition of the Job Search Roundup. Stay tuned to secretsofthejobhunt.blogspot.com for more interesting career topics. And don't forget, you can join my career advice social network over at secretsofthejobhunt.com. And to contact me with any comments or questions, send your email to info@secretsofthejobhunt.com. Thanks for listening, everyone.